Hi guys, welcome to the channel again. Today I'm tackling two things. I want to remove this old rusted shower valve, uh, uh, and then so I can replace it with a new one later. And also I need to cut this to try to prep it for the next new tab that I'm working on. So I'm gonna cut all these things off, remove all this, and then cut this maybe from here, and then cut this from here. I decided to just reuse this instead of try to take it all apart and put a new one. I figured there's other option. I can cut this and just tap another one in here to try to plug into there. So if you've been putting off your shower and bathroom remodel because you're scared, you don't know what to do, I'm not a pro in this, but I'm gonna tackle this project myself and get it done. So if you're interested to see how I'm gonna do it, or if you just like to watch stuff like this, stick around. All right, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm gonna cut this with my copper cutter right here. I like this one because it's not the one that you tighten on the side. If you put it right here, it just compresses. The more you turn it, the more it gets tighter and cuts the pipe. All right. So, and I can show you like over here for a second so you can see before I cut it right here. All you do is just rotate it. And the more you rotate it, the more it compresses and it cuts the copper. And you just keep going, and it cuts. All right. So like this one, and you have to just go. This is for 1/2 inch copper. It will not cut the rest of the other copper, so it's only for half. So if you want to buy one for different sizes, you have to go buy one that it's all different sizes. This one is just for 1/2 inch copper cutter. Okay. So let's cut this and see so everybody can see. So you just rotate it the other way and it cuts like that, and that's done right there. And sometimes it gets stuck in here if it's not a big pipe, but you can always remove it by just wiggling around and it comes up like that. So you put it facing this way and you go clockwise. So I want to cut this. I already turned the water off, so just to make everybody is aware, the water is off down in the basement. That's where everything is. So I'm gonna cut this here, just right here, like that, and then I just rotate this clockwise, and it should cut this copper for me. Okay, and just go, and it's cut. That's cut. It's pretty simple, eh? And then for the PEX tubes and stuff, I think I'm gonna remove the screws first here. So it's loose, get some room. So I'm gonna save this because I might use it again. This copper clamps. These ones. I will use it again. I will use it again on my next install. All right. So this is out. So all I'm gonna do is just cut it here with this copper cutter right here, just a little bit below, and it's easier, like just like that. And then you cut this other side just below, just like that. And there it is. The old rust. This I haven't even seen this kind in a long time. This is really old. This house was built in 2004. So that's out of the way. I need to move this also. And like I said, I will save all these because I will use them again. So just put it right there. All right, so that's ready right there. So what I was saying about down here, I'm thinking if I just cut this like right on the edge right here, I can remove part right here and possibly just use this pipe the way it is, instead of like cutting it down here and try to basically install a new one. You know, the pipes still look good. I don't feel like I need to remove it. It's in old days. You know, it's been almost, you know, from 2004. That's almost 20 years. You know what I mean? So I would just cut it from here, and then I would just use like a heating gun and just remove this pipe on top of this, and just reuse this pipe. It will make my life easier. I don't have to put all this news. I'll just save the other one for the next house. So I'm just using like a small little saw that I have right here. So I'll just cut it through, and then I'll go get my torch. I don't want to use like the torch, that just a heating gun, and that should be able to loosen up the PVC on top of the other pipe. There it is. Damn, I threw it all the way down. Right here. So just cut it like right on the edge right here. You can see it. And then what I'm gonna do is just take this outside, the outer part of this from the top of this. And I know that the one that I have there is 3 inches, and if I measure this, it's 3 and 3/4. But the one up there is like 3 inches, the pipe. So I could still use this instead of, and then over here I'll just do a joint right here and use it. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. It might work better. After talking to a lot of people, they suggested that. So, but let's cut this. I'm gonna try to use the bigger saw now. See if this works better. So it's not as sharp as this one. Just cut it right there. Just be gentle. The pipe is old, but these things can last a lifetime. There we go. Just keep going and cut it. It's going. There it is. Almost there. There it is. So like I was saying, so all I'm gonna do is remove this outer part. And that way I can just use this instead of trying to glue everything up again. I think that would be that's a better option, or a better thing to do. So then I could probably just use a heating gun to take this, or just cut this out here like that and break it off. That might also work, but I will show you guys what I do. But these elbows, I just cut these elbows that way, and then I'll just use, this is 2 inch, but basically I'll put another connector right here and connect whatever inches that I need up here for the other tab. The other one is higher than what was here before, but then this was a little longer this way, so I'll just remove this and reduce it a little bit to fit the other one exactly the way I want it. All right, so that's it right there. That's done. I will go get my heat gun. It's not here. Somebody borrowed it, but I will go get it and remove this outer part. If not, I can just cut it. Use this saw right here and break it. I've done that before and worked. All right, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just wanted to show you what the process is, what my progress is. This is all done. I can probably just hide it right here for now. All right, and then I'll bring it up later. But that's how it is right now. So that's the next step. I'm making some moves. All right, thank you for watching. And if you like stuff like this, watch my other videos. It will show you other things that I've been working on, other projects, DIY projects. Thank you so much. Catch you later.